Some of our focus has been on like how are we making superintendents more productive and how are we helping them with their staff so that they can be as productive as possible. So there's a number of features on the Torrent 2. One of them is our idle resume button, so that'll drop it immediately to idle. And then you hit it again, it goes back to whatever speed you are. So that way the operators aren't making noise, aren't using the machine when they don't need to. So when they're transporting from area to area. We've also added the MagnaPoint, which allows you to set the setting for the right kind of debris that you're blowing, and the blower will turn to that stop, and that way you'll know you'll get the most optimal angle all the time. What we've added this year also, we spent a lot of time researching and looking at, so now you have grass clippings, leaves, wet leaves, aerification cores, and cart paths. So if you have seasonal staff, you can just slide the magnetic stop and say, today I want you to go out and do grass clippings. Tomorrow you're going out doing leaves or wet leaves. So that way we've done the work for you and for the operator to make sure that they're going to be as effective as possible. So those are some of the features that we've added. Also have the auxiliary control, so if something happens to the remote, you can still run the machine and increase the overall speed of the nozzle so that you don't have to wait for the nozzle to come to the stop. Yeah, I mean, we talked to a lot of different superintendents, and a lot of what we do too is we'll go out into the field and watch the operation and figure out what are some of the challenges. And so we really recognize that we need to make this even simpler. You might have seasonal staff that's running the blower. So how do we make sure that without a lot of training, they're going to get the right, get the job done as fast as possible so they can move on to something else? And so a lot of that comes from those conversations, and then it's always fun for us to come to the show and, as we've had today, a number of superintendents come by and be like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. So now I can just flip it to grass clippings or leaves or aerification cores or cart paths, and I know that guy's going to go out there and do the job as fast as possible. Oh, I think when guys come in, they're like, wow, you really understand what the challenges are. We took something that's like a blower is a blower and turned it into we're much more productive. And again, even something as simple as having a nozzle indicator on the blower so the operator knows which way the nozzle's pointed. Those are simple things. They're not complicated things, but it's all about really understanding what the tasks are and the challenges.